Happy Friday, St. Mark. It's Father Tim coming to you from the alley between our new Parish Life Center and pre-K and our church. It is the first Friday of Lent, so we hope you're all doing a good job avoiding meat and doing your acts of penance. But I wanted to come and talk about something which is being announced this weekend, is going to be on our website in the bulletin. You'll hear me talk about it at Mass as well. But I want to be able to give you a visual of what our spiritual garden is going to look like between these two buildings. As you recall, the space between these two buildings creates sort of an alcove that really up to this point had just been grass and a drain. So it was decided at the very beginning of all of this, when we had to tear down the old Marian grotto that was on the corner of the courtyard, that we would find a new and worthy place for Mary. This was especially something we promised to our Myanmar community because, as you recall, they built up the concrete structure that Mary used to be housed in. And so that really didn't get to be there that long before we had to take it down because of the new building. So we decided that we would have a new and great place to put Mary. That was always part of the plan. What this has developed into is something even better, though. So I want to show you some things first as far as this space. You can see right now, and if you noticed, if you drove by at any point, we have a platform that is being built up. It's not quite finished yet, but it will be soon. That is going to be the base foundation for the new Marian grotto, which our Myanmar community then is going to build up into a stone structure that Mary will go into that will be very much like the Marian grottos in Myanmar, or also if you're familiar with Lourdes, it would look a bit like that with sort of stones on the outside of it. So that will be there, and it'll be a great place for Marian devotion. But that's not all this is going to be. This is, as I said, this has really blossomed into something quite cool. I'm not sure if Rusty can show these lines on the ground where a path has been sort of created. This part of the ground, the path that leads up to this, is going to be a brick walkway. And as I'm sure you've seen at other places, like at Roncalli especially, brick walkways are great opportunities for us to be able to have a chance for our parishioners to get their family name here on the property or memorialize those who have gone before. I want to show you some examples of some that we had made that would go down. These are two different sizes, two options for sizes. You can see this is the Archer family in honor of Allison Archer and her husband Matt. She is, of course, our director of operations, and her kids. These are my parents' brick. Mike and Linda Witcheskull, I didn't really give them an option. I told them they had to buy a brick in honor of our families so that we could see this option. And so these will be going on to the walkway. You can get either of these sizes, and you can get as many bricks as you want. And as I said, you can do like these for your family who's here now, or you could buy bricks and have loved ones who have gone before memorialized. Especially, I know many of you have parents or even grandparents who were a part of this parish from the very beginning, and it would be a great way to kind of have that to honor them in this space. That will be the walkway that will go up to the Marian grotto, to the point of about right here. So from here back to the streets, we'll have our memorial brick walkways. And then once we get here, the brick walkway will shift into a ground rosary, so that the beads of the rosary are built into the walk that will go around and then circle behind Mary, so that someone could come and do an outdoor walking rosary as a part of that. You can also see in this cool image here, so that's just from the street, the memorial brick walkway, then the ground rosary that goes around. There will be a water feature right here where it says pool, right behind the Eucharist in the center of the in the center of the sanctuary there, with a statue of Jesus, sort of standing on the water to also make a part of our spiritual garden back here, include more than that. There are going to be benches, there are going to be planters and things like that. We're going to make it as beautiful as possible. And the money raised from the bricks that we sell for the memorial will help offset the cost of this entire spirit garden. Another thing, since it's a Friday during Lent, that we can talk about is our plan is to put Stations of the Cross along this rather boring wall right here. So we can add something there as well, that people, especially during Lent, can come and do the stations. And I would foresee, if we ever get a Friday during Lent that's not as cold as it is right now, we could even do an outdoor stations at school or something like that. So it's might be a little bit hard to imagine right now. It's kind of a plain space, but over the next month or so, couple of months, we're going to see this really develop into what will probably be the most beautiful outdoor space of any parish on the south side. So Don't tell any of the other pastors I said that, but it's going to be great. So, again, these are going to go on sale this weekend, these bricks. If you want to buy one that is this size, they are $100. And again, you can get as many of these as you want. And we can do our best even to cluster them by family if you wanted them all together. They can also be combined to say, and these are $200. These, and again, these could be combined. I could imagine like 4 of them combined into one, large one. So really, the sky's the limit as far as what you'd like to do, as far as how you want to get your family name or your loved ones' names on this walkway. Any questions, call the office as always, but I'm very excited about this. I think this is something that we always knew was coming, but has really developed into something even better. So God bless and happy Lent.